WIZZ HAVINN, a 21-year-old rapper from Tallahassee, Florida, has been making waves in the Florida rap scene, despite only recently deciding to take his music career seriously. Since the beginning of 2022, his rapid rise has caught the attention of fans and industry professionals alike. With co-signs from major names like Drake, Rod Wave, and Real Boston Richie, his undeniable talent has led to over 5 million views on YouTube and an average of 140,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. But how did this young artist, still relatively new to the game, achieve so much success in just over a year? Let's dive deeper into the story of WIZZ HAVINN and his rise from the streets of Tallahassee to the music industry's spotlight. Tyreek Williams, better known as WIZZ HAVINN, was born on May 13, 2001 in Tallahassee, Florida. He grew up in Leon County, an area known for its struggles, often described as a rundown trailer park community. Life wasn't easy, and like many kids in similar neighborhoods, WIZZ had to navigate a tough environment. Though he knew his parents, their identities remain largely private. Another mystery in his journey. WIZZ's early years in school weren't anything extraordinary. He wasn't an academic standout, maintaining average grades. But around 7th grade, things started to shift.
When I was probably like 12, 13, I started trying to rap, but it ain't really sound how I wanted it to sound. And then through my early teenage years, I stayed locked up a whole bunch of juvenile facilities, so I ain't never really had time to even keep trying. So when I tried it again, probably last year, I was fresh out the county jail, so I tried. I'm like, shit. In the meanwhile, I'm coming up, but as around the age 16, 15, I had started basically really hustling. You know what I'm saying? After my 3rd program, I started really hustling. So around that time, it was rapping was my thing. I was like, shit, I'm gonna get it out the streets. I said, fuck that rapping shit. I had homeboys that were rapping, but I tried it. I felt like it wasn't working for me, so I was just on some shit I'm gonna get it out the streets. But I had got locked up 2021, and I came on shit, I'm finna try. And then everybody around me was on some shit, the music shit was what it was. So they were like, bitch, try. I tried it again, and then that shit just went from there.
As his run-ins with the law continued, WIZZ's academic performance started to deteriorate. By the time he was a teenager, he lost the drive to stay in school. Originally, he lived with his mom, but he eventually moved in with his aunt. While his mom encouraged him to do the right thing, his aunt, who believed the streets were inevitable for him, didn't try to stop him. This shift in environment only intensified WIZZ's immersion into street life. He began to experience the ups and downs of the streets firsthand, which would later influence his music and his approach to life. WIZZ's path was far from easy. He spent time in and out of juvenile detention, starting with his first arrest at age 13. His longest stretch behind bars was just over a year. During these years, he was given several street nicknames, including Lil One Way, TJ, and Wizard. But as time passed, he eventually became known as WIZZ HAVINN. The name Havin came from a combination of people calling him Wizard, and his growing desire to have motion, meaning to have his life together, to get money, and to move with purpose. It was a reflection of his ambition to change his life. WIZZ HAVINN. Having motion is just having everything in order. Like, when your money's right, your life's right. You're not just moving, you're moving with purpose. WIZZ had always dabbled in music, but his first real attempt came around the age of 12 or 13. In 2017, he dropped his first official song, Dried on a Bars. But at the time, music wasn't something he was seriously pursuing. It wasn't until May 2021, after his release from jail, that WIZZ decided to take his music career seriously. After his release, WIZZ dropped his first major track, ECE. At first, the song did okay, but everything changed when Lamar Jackson, quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens, reposted the track on his social media.
That ECE track, I dropped that. I seen Lamar Jackson jump on it. I'm like, yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I might have a shot at this shit, you feel me?
That moment marked a turning point in WIZZ's career. For the first time, he felt like he was truly being recognized for his talent. WIZZ saw Lamar's repost as a sign that he was on the right path. Immediately after, he hit the studio, recording 2 more tracks, Acting Funny and My Life. It was a pivotal moment in his journey, and it wasn't just the repost that gave him the confidence. His grandparents, after hearing his plans to take rap seriously, laughed in his face. That laugh, it lit a fire in him to prove everyone wrong. And so, WIZZ kept posting music on platforms like SoundCloud, and little by little, his fan base grew. His laid-back, smooth flow caught people's attention, particularly because not many artists from Florida were rapping in this style. It set him apart from the rest. His flow was more chill, almost effortless, but still hard-hitting. One of the things that made WIZZ stand out was his use of signature ad-libs, something he borrowed from Michigan artists. His fans quickly gravitated to this unique style. As his buzz continued to grow, WIZZ made another move to solidify his Florida artist identity: permanent gold teeth. In December 2022, he got his first set of golds, marking another important step in his journey. But just a few months later, WIZZ made a bold decision to switch from golds to diamonds. For him, it was about growth and evolution. He said his decision was partly inspired by memories of his family's past and his realization that diamonds symbolized success in a way golds never could. As WIZZ continued to rise, his longtime friend, Real Boston Richie, played a crucial role in his success. Richie reposted his tracks, giving WIZZ the platform to reach even more fans. This support helped propel WIZZ into the mainstream, and he dropped his debut album, Mr. Too Sticky, in December 2022. Not long after, Drake himself posted WIZZ on Instagram, helping him gain over 30,000 followers overnight. WIZZ was officially in the conversation, and his next single, Press, showed the world that he was in full artist mode. In March 2023, WIZZ hit 1 million views on YouTube, a huge milestone for any artist, let alone one who's been in the game for just over a year. With his unique flow, relentless work ethic, and growing fanbase, it's clear that WIZZ HAVINN is just getting started. From Tallahassee's rough streets to the global stage, WIZZ HAVINN has proven that talent, perseverance, and the right mindset can take you places you never thought possible. And while his journey is just beginning, there's no doubt that WIZZ is here to stay. Whatever comes next, one thing is certain: his hustle won't stop.